Where were you when President John Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas? I think you remember. Where were you when Princess Diana was killed in that car crash in Paris? Yes, we remember where we were. And where were you on the 16th of June 1976 when Soweto exploded? I remember where I was. I was having tea with Tannie Evita, and of course when we heard the news, we just poured another cup of rooibos tea and had another cook sister, because we were used to the news. It was the news of the day, riots in the communities, people burning down their schools, burning down their houses, very much like we know happening today, although we don't see it on the SABC because they don't show those pictures, as we didn't either. But isn't it funny? Here we are, 40 years later, and it's not funny at all because the young people must be remembered. And yet it is funny because young people are doing the same thing today, burning down schools, burning down the universities. In 1976, the reason was Afrikaans. They didn't want to be educated in Afrikaans. Today, they are saying there's too much Afrikaans at universities. Ooh. Do you know Nelson Mandela's genius was insisting on 11 official languages? Now, no one can say they didn't know what was going on because eventually somebody will say it in their language. English, Afrikaans, Zulu, isiXhosa, North Sotho, South Sotho, Venda, Shangaan, Swati, Pedi. Hoe kon ek dit uitgelos? Cape Coloured? Nee. Ach, now do you think that is practical? 11 official languages? What do we do at home if we have a vicious dog, a Rottweiler, that now also bites whites? Yeah, you must put a sign on the gate to at least warn the DA candidate. So what language do we put on the sign? One language or all 11 languages? Does the sign become the gate? Imagine, beware of the dog, oppas vir die hond, konto esizwe, an. By the time your Venda guest has found his language, the dog is bitten him on his backside. Ach, my lieve aarde, and here we are. Youth Day 2016. So what is my message to the youth today? Do you know? It's all about communication. It's all about language. Learn a language. Yeah, I know you speak English and Xhosa and Zulu and Afrikaans, but there are some very important keys to the doors of the future. What about the Chinese language? The Chinese are around the corner. Spanish will open half the world to you. Swahili will open a huge amount of Africa to you as well. And so many of my friends, like me, are grandparents, and they say to me, "Oh, Evita, I want to give my grandchildren a lovely birthday present. What shall I give them? Shall I give them an iPad?" I said, "No, my engel, give them a language. Pay for 2 years' tuition in a foreign language, and they will do it because you can't refund that." It's not simple, it's not easy, it's complicated, but nothing is supposed to be easy in a democracy. And I can just say to the youth of today, pay tribute to the youth of yesterday because they made things happen. It took them another 35 years before they could vote, but now they can. Learn a language, ne? Praat 'n taal. Sprechen Sie bitte ein Sprache, parlare Italiano, of, what was Babetti? I spoke Babetti when I was the ambassador in Babeti Kosweti. It simply means, I've seen flames in the kraal, get the sheep out now. You say that in Nkandla, and you will see 4 Mrs. Zumas run to the fire pool with little buckets. Happy Youth Day, youth. Stay young, stay healthy, and stay excited.
Evita, Evita, and you know what we mean. Evita, Evita, always on the scene. Evita, Besaiden, oh, Evita should be queen.